Have you ever worried and wondered how you're going to cover unexpected expenses or even this month's expenses? Have you ever worried about your retirement and wondering if it's ever going to be possible to even be within reach? What if I told you that there's a way that you can secure your family's future and do it without sacrificing time with them? By the end of this video, you're going to understand why having a side hustle or a side business, as I like to refer to it as, is so important, especially in today's economy. It's not a nice have anymore, it's becoming a must. I'll share with you the exact system that I'm using and the exact system that I'm sharing with so many other parents that are helping them gain control of their finances, thus, in return, getting back control of their time freedom. The time freedom that is so precious that it's impacting their family in a positive way. And that planning for your retirement no longer has to be a pipe dream, but it can be a reality fairly quickly. I get it because I've been there too, working long hours, feeling stretched so thin that I could not see an end in sight, nor could I see how I could control it. But through this video, I'm going to show you how. And that's why I started this online business system, for those exact reasons. And stay to the end because I'm going to show you how you can start your own business system without doing all the building. No experience, no knowledge needed to be required, and you'll understand why. So if you're ready just to jump in and learn how this business system works, type in family freedom in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get you the link so that you can fill out your email and get a copy of our blueprint that we all follow to daily pay and 6 and 7 figures. Because it's not just impacting lives, it's transforming lives. So if you're watching this video and you're wondering why should I even consider a side hustle? Well, I'll tell you why. The problem lies in the one income, first of all. I worked for 30 plus years in the industry and I was damn good. Not because of my own ego, because I was OCD like my dad. My dad raised me. If you're really good, no one can ever touch you or replace you. However, that is not true. As long as you're working for another company, you're always replaceable, especially in this day and age. And not only did I choose high stress jobs and work long hours thinking that that's what I had to do because of my programming in order to make a decent income, but I also sacrificed my health in the process. So let's face it, today's jobs, they just don't offer the stability they used 2 years ago. My dad's comments were true back in the day because they were small family businesses and they were owned by families, so they supported families and they cared about their employees. But now you're just a number. No matter how much they say you're part of our family, at the end of the day, they're not at your dinner table and they're not there during the holidays. So are they really your family? And with the prices rising, especially since COVID, so many prices have doubled, especially on our consumables, our food, our toiletries. It's insane how much pricing has gone up. But our paychecks certainly haven't, not that much. And layoffs are at record highs. And it's harder to find another job, with thousands upon thousands of people applying. I recently seen an article on LinkedIn of a gentleman who applied on one platform and there was over 8,000 applications just on that one platform for that one position. Good luck competing with that. And the other problem is, as long as you've got one income, it's hard to have a nest egg set aside. Most of us do not have an emergency fund that's there in case something like that happens. What if you get injured and you need some time off? So a side hustle or a side business doesn't just give you that cushion, but it helps you not rely on the paycheck to paycheck. It helps you start planning for your future. It helps you start taking care of things that you couldn't take care of with just your one income. And not to mention, you're getting paid for your time. So you're trading time for dollars. So yes, you get paid every 2 weeks, but you have no time. What's that doing for your family? I know I wasn't aware what it was doing to my family until I actually got laid off. And I'm grateful now that I did. And I know what you're thinking. And I'm already working long hours. I'm already tapped, strapped, and exhausted. How am I going to fit in a side hustle or a side business? Stay tuned because I'm going to cover that in the next point. Time freedom is what truly matters. Without time, you don't have access to really spend quality time with your family. And let's look at this for a minute. Money, so your paycheck, will come and go. It's no different than stuff, like stuff just comes and goes. But time, that's non negotiable. It's here in this moment. We cannot change the past or get it back. All we can do is what we have here in this moment. And this moment can dictate what happens in our future. So we can decide to do nothing, and the cycle just keeps perpetuating itself in the future because we can't change the past. Or we can decide to do something different today and start changing the outlook of that future. Because at the end of the day, time is right here and now. And I have to say, the only thing we can control is what we do right here and now, how we think and feel in this right here in this moment. So if you're working 40, 50, 60 plus hours a week, how much time is your family really getting? Are they getting the best quality time with you? And are you giving them the best quality of you in that time frame? So what are we doing? What are we doing? When I first heard those stats, I wanted to hurl because I was those stats and I wasn't aware of it. But when I became aware of it, oh my God, it made me sick in my physical body. How does that make you feel? With my online business system that I'm going to share with you today, it has been one of the best options that I've seen out there today when it comes to being able to give you back your time freedom. Because right now there's lots of digital marketing programs, there's lots of online programs that you can take, there's a ton of training that you can take. But there's nothing else out there that I have found yet that offers you an online business system with a program attached. But the program isn't just a program, it teaches you everything you need to know. You will develop every skill and piece of knowledge that you need in order to be able to gain back your finances and your time freedom. I've yet to see any training or any system take you from that beginning stage and support you all the way through and continue to support you all the way through. And this business system teaches you to work 2 focused hours a day. So that's how you do it. 2 focused hours a day. I want to share Amy's story with you. Amy was a single mom. She was working 70 plus hours a week because she had no other income. It was just her and her 3 kids. So she had to work 2 jobs away 70 hours a week. When she found this business system, she's like, I have to make this work because I am burning out. And if I burn out, we're going to lose everything. She was desperate. So not only did she dive into this and learn everything she needed to, in whatever time she could fit it in, whether it be putting her makeup on in the morning, getting breakfast, at lunchtime and breaks, in between jobs, making supper, like she fit it in. During her drive time to and from work and the other job, she fit it in. So if she can do it at 70 hours a week as a single mom that's really burning out and truly exhausted, do you think you can fit it in? How important is your family to be able to gain back all those extra hours? She got her time back in 10 weeks. I can't promise you you can do it in 10 weeks. Maybe you can. Maybe you can do it faster. But she did it in 10 weeks. Even if it took you 6 months, a year, 2 years, do you see an end in sight working your current job in 2 years? Because I can tell you, I sure didn't. So even if it took you 2 years, which it probably won't, you get to work 2 focused hours a day and get all that time back. Now that's true quality time. And I got to tell you, working those 2 hours, it's not high stress. It's fun. I never had fun at my work. And what about retirement planning? Does that stress you out or what? I know for me, I could not see retirement in sight. I worked for 30 plus years in the industry, and I got to tell you, I did not see retiring in sight. I figured the job would kill me eventually. I'm not joking. That's exactly how I was feeling because my physical health was being affected because of all the high stress, high demands, and I didn't know how to do anything else to be able to make that kind of money. But when they let me go, it was like, yes, I got my freedom back. I can now try to find something that I can do that I love. And let's make that money back doing that. And while I was in a networking meeting, I got connected with a lady that showed me this business system. I had some questions. I was skeptical. But when I got those answers, I was all in. And now retirement is at my fingertips. And I love working from home and doing it in 2 focused hours a day. So if this sounds like it could be a solution that you're looking for, don't hesitate. Type in family freedom now, and I'll get you the link that will show you the steps and how it works in a step-by-step process. Don't wait because your family's future is depending on you to do something different, and you can start doing different today. So let's do a quick recap. I touched in on why a single income is not a great idea, especially in today's economy. With the cost of everything rising, your wages and salaries are not going up that much, and the risk of being laid off and or hurt or injured, the impact it will have on your family's life because of that single income. Time freedom. After all, we got here and now. We can't change the past and we can't get it back. Time is of the essence, and it is one of the most important commodities that we have here on earth in this time frame. And planning for retirement without the anxiety. Wendy, I want to talk to you about Wendy. She is a Canadian living in one of the most expensive cities in Canada, and she was like me. She could not foresee retirement ever. And she tried multiple online businesses and digital marketing products, and she tried other hustles, and she worked a job. She tried everything, and nothing else worked. She spent thousands of dollars to get very little back. When she found this system, she thought, this is my last chance. I'm going to give it a go. It is different from everything else I've ever seen and tried. So I'm going to give it a go. Wendy retired in 8 months. Wendy made $500,000 in 9 months. $500,000. That's $500,000 in 9 months. Are you going to do that? I don't know. Can you? Sure, you can. The difference is you have to be able to willing to learn, implement, be consistent, and earn. And Wendy became a master of the system, and let me tell you, she mastered it. So let's dive into the system a little bit. The system is simplistic. It is one of the simplest systems I've ever seen. Why? Because you don't need tech skills. You don't have to have a business background. You don't have to have anything other than a will and desire to change your current situation. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Because this system is done for you. The websites and funnels are all pre-built. There's no product, there's no physical, tangible product that you have to sell. It's a digital marketing online program with a business built into the website. And the business, the whole thing is simplistic. So when you buy your online business, the program attached will teach you everything you need to know. All the skills you need to learn, this system is going to teach it to you. So you don't have to have any tech skills or background knowledge or even any business experience whatsoever. Nothing, nada. Just a will and desire to change your current situation is all you really need. But you got to be willing to put in the 2 hours a day consistently, day after day after day, and be committed and why you started this business to begin with. Because the business itself is a proven system. There are multiple 6 and 7-figure earners. It's a plug and play system. Everything is pre-built and done for you step by step. It doesn't get any easier than that. The hard part is you. You have to dive in and work the 2 hours a day. You have to choose to be consistent. And why you don't need any skills? Daryl. I love Daryl's story. He calls himself the 6-figure welder because he was a welder. He didn't even have social media. He wasn't online. And he lost his job as well as a welder. He had been with the company for multiple years. I think it was like 17 years, if I'm not mistaken. And they let him go for no reason. He ended up in a men's shelter. He hit rock bottom and landed in a shelter. And desperate to never go back to a job to ever be put in that situation again, that's when he started to dive into the online space. And that's when he started selling insurances. And he started doing different things that were not a job, but more independent. And he was still trading a lot of time for very little dollars. And he was not getting the return. So when he found this online business system, he thought, you know what? 2 hours a day, that's up my alley. If I can make money working 2 hours a day, it's worth giving it a shot. And he dove in, and Daryl, I get goosebumps just talking about him. He made his first 6 figures in 4 months, but he became a master and learned the system. He grew and changed and became the person he needed to be able to get his family back and be able to live and thrive, get rid of all of his debts. You know, they say money isn't everything. They're right, it comes and goes, but it sure does make things a lot easier. And it certainly takes off a lot of added stress. So the simplicity of the system, pre-built, plug and play, one and done, no experience, no tech needed. But the best part of working the 2 hours a day is that the automation of the system is what does the rest of the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to make lists of your family and friends. You don't have to deal with rejection. There's no awkward conversations with people in the mall. Like, this is truly an attraction marketing. You work your 2 hours and let everything else just do the work for you. That's the power of automation. And we cannot forget the community. We have an online community. And unlike any other business, yes, with network marketing, you have a support system, but you have the support system of the people that are in your team, in your upline, downlines team. There's none of that here. We have an online community of well over tens of thousands of people. And these people are in the community on a regular basis. Amy, Wendy, Daryl, Tim, Michelle, so many of the 6 and 7 figure earners are in the community on a regular basis, supporting you, mentoring you, cheering you on. That's where we ask questions. That's where we get tech support if we have any technical questions. That's where we get all of the support that we need. And the relationships built in that community are like no other. You get to meet people just like you that have very similar struggles, just like you, and you build relationships and bond with them through this online community. You connect with them on your social platforms, you have side conversations with them, and you support and grow each other. I've never seen anything like it, especially with a business system where you're independent, fully independent, not like network marketing. So the system, the community has your back. So when you buy your online business, I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader. But the thing is, you're not going to need me. You're not going to need me. The program attached teaches you everything you need to know. But I will be your biggest cheerleader. From the smallest little wins to the highest big wins. I'll be there right by your side saying, let's do this. Let's get it done together. Let's hang out together. Let's take a vacation together. I can't wait for that to happen for you. And of course, the results, they speak for themselves. I've only shared with you 3 stories out of the community, and Amy, Daryl, and Wendy. But my God, there's so many more. There's so many more. There's my journey, and there's going to be your journey if you decide that this is going to be your ticket to get you out of your current situation. I want you to imagine for a moment, whatever your situation is now, whatever you're dealing with, and closing your eyes and getting up in the morning, and all you have to do is get up, sit and relax with your significant other, kids running around, and you're enjoying your coffee, doing what it is that you love to do first thing in the morning. You're not rushed to go anywhere. You're not rushed to be anywhere. And then you get dressed, you go to your office, and you work your 2 focused hours, and then you're done. What's the rest of your day going to look like? I know it might be hard for you to imagine that right now, but just think about it. What would the rest of your day look like? That is retirement, my friend. When you get to the point where you say bye-bye to the 9 to 5, you are hitting retirement. And it's a legacy that you can pass on. And it's available for you. This system was built for people like you and I that don't have business in our families. We weren't taught like Donald Trump was. We didn't grow up in a business family. But I can tell you, we sure can be the Grant Cardones of the world. $4 billion asset man came from nothing as a drug addict. So if he can do it, and he can do it with traditional business, surely to God we can do it with a pre-built system. What are you waiting for? Now is the time to take control of your family's future. Click the link in the description below, and that's where you're going to get a copy of our blueprint. You're going to have a video, a short little video from me, and then you're going to have a video from the founder, because who better to explain everything to you than the founder herself? She's got a proven system. So the system works. You just have to work the system and go through all that information. Knowledge is power. That gives you the power to make a solid, sound decision for you and your family. If you have any questions, you just email me right back. I will get back to you. Thanks for joining. Watch for the next video and enjoy your beautiful day.